Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today we're going to be talking about Uniswap. Haven't talked about this coin in months. So, I just thought it's time for an update, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, I have stuff drawn up from the previous time, which is very, very valid, right? Which actually will save us some time. So pretty much what I see right away is we still have the institutional candle here. I can see we tapped into it and had a massive sell-off. Pretty much after that, we had a little bit of rebound, whatever. Then we went into a consolidation zone, pretty much on top of a support, right? You can see multiple times here was a valid support. We did break through and, no problem there, no nothing, because you know what? I think pretty much what happened is we swept any type of liquidity, right? You can see that on the daily, you know, the last relevant liquidity was all here. It was multiple days of liquidity. It got swept. And then the next thing you could really, really nitpick is technically a little bit of imbalance, but it's not that serious. The market's okay with leaving a little bit of imbalance. It does not have to go to that area, but we can see liquidity swept, imbalance filled, liquidity swept, right? And the only little relevant thing that we can nitpick, but like I said, the market sometimes leaves just a little bit imbalanced because it already has corrected most of the move, swept most of the liquidity, and after that, it is good to go. At this current time, we are currently pretty much back above the $7 and $7.10 zone, the big massive support I was just talking about, right? I do believe we pretty much should be holding this area from now on. We are getting a little bit of exhaustion, which means, momentum is slowing down. I don't think we'll go anywhere too far. If we do, we'll probably sweep this double bottom here, probably go back into this daily candle here before we apply more pressure, go back above this zone, and continue moving forward. After that, the next relevant targets pretty much are $12 and then back to $17. Now, overall, right, I wouldn't look at this too much because I do think Uniswap will be going much further. So the next relevant target will actually be pretty much, as I had marked up here, to the $35 zone, right? We can see that there are institutional candles there. There is imbalance here. So at the minimum, where I think this coin would go would be pretty much going into the 34 to roughly $39 range, right? If things were to go kind of piss poor for this coin, which I don't think they will. So we'd be looking about almost a 5x return from buying at this current moment. Now, currently, right, if we go look at Uniswap, boom, Uniswap, it is chilling at around $4.6 billion. Now, I don't think it's going to have a massive rally, but I do think it might be taking all-time highs. All-time highs was roughly around 22 billion market cap, and I do think we could roughly reach around 35 to 40 billion, creating new all-time highs before, we break structure and go back down. So it would look something like this roughly. All right, if I do this, right, let's see this. So even off the top of my head, if I were to 10x, right, it would go to $76 and that'd be 46 billion market cap, which is quite a bit, $76. But like I said, that $40 billion market cap range is realistic, hence why I think it is going to go to pretty much the 1.61 area, maybe a little bit below, before we continue, um, we break structure and we kind of go back down. The thing is, this coin is good, but at the end of the day, there is no real reason to massively pump this coin for it to stay at the very top, for it to be the next thing. As you guys know, you guys all know what Uniswap is. So I do think you get a solid 10x, but I do think there in general is better coins to take risks on that are similar to Uniswap, like PNG, right? PNG is small, it's part of the Avalanche system, and for me, PNG is going to be what Uniswap is going to be, right? Right, it's not going to hit the 40 billion mark, but hitting those couple of billions would make the most sense. Hence why I think it's worth putting, taking that risk there and not really necessarily going to a coin like Uniswap. Now, if you're a holder of this coin and you don't want to get rid of it, because maybe you bought up somewhere here, 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 overall, I wouldn't really worry because I said at the minimum, you should pretty much cash out around $35 per coin. So if you did buy higher, you take a minor loss. But I do think, like I said, the coin will expand going into those 60s, $70 range. And I think at that point, it is safe to say that you should be cashing out. Obviously, I'll update you guys, if there's more info and stuff, and when there's more structure. But until next time.